Hey, right guys, Trace Munch's Joe here, and today we're going to be finding out if you lot are on drugs again. If you lot are on drugs, I'm going to be very annoyed, very upset, also proud of you. But we can't be doing drugs, so what we're going to be doing is going through obviously the TV tournament. This is part three. I waited until round one had finished, and then we're going to go through the rest where I left it off on Breaking Bad versus Big Little Lies, and then we're going to go through all of those. I think there's like 30 to go through, so I'm going to be not talking about these shows for too long because I'll probably save that more for the TV tier list I've been uploading as well. But yeah, as always, if you do want to, we've got round two that's just started now, so things are going to start to get more difficult as it goes on. So if you do want to join in on the TV tournament, then link to my Instagram will be down below, or just put in J for Joe 2324. So it'll be on the screen. So you can follow over on there and join in on the TV tournament if you wish. But we're just going to kick things off with what we got here: Scream versus The Society, with the Society winning with 59%, Scream 41%. I've no, to be honest, I didn't actually really care too much which won this one. I think Scream's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of crap in there. The Society was cancelled way too soon, but even that had a lot of flaws as well. So yeah, I'm fine with The Society. I don't think I would have had an issue with Scream that one either. Scream as well, the TV series, was my first experience with anything Scream related, so that's kind of, I mean, I remember saying that in a reaction and everyone was like baffled, which makes sense now that I've seen all but one of the Scream films. So yeah, then we had, okay, already on drugs with this one, aren't we? Yeah, already on drugs. Avatar: The Last Airbender versus Black Mirror, and Black Mirror winning with 60% to 40%. That's just, if you've seen the TV tier list, you know I obviously put Avatar: The Last Airbender in goated, so the highest it can be. And honestly, any anime or animation that's in this tournament, just assume it's going to lose. It's sad, it's devastating, but I mean, this is evidence of that. Black Mirror is not even close to being as good as Avatar: The Last Airbender, but here we are. So, I mean, Glee won over Sons of Anarchy, so what do I expect from you lot at this point? Nothing but shame and disappointment. So, good job, guys. Game of Thrones versus Shadowhunters. Don't know about that one. No, I do agree with that one. Game of Thrones. I would say Shadowhunters had a better ending, a more satisfying ending to its story. 100%. There's no doubt about that. But Game of Thrones, it obviously is just on another level compared to Shadowhunters. But Shadowhunters to me is always one of those shows that I said I cared about it as much as I did because it wasn't to do with the storylines. The storylines in Shadowhunters, you can give or take them, they're nothing exceptional. But each one of those characters on that banner, I cared about all of them at some point. And there's even more characters. Even the villains in the show, minus the odd one or two, each character was needed. Each character was likable at some point. Not all the time, like Simon, for example, I remember being super annoying in season one. But then at season 2 and 3, he was great. So I'll always give that to Shadowhunters. They nailed all of these characters and all of their chemistry. Not so much the storylines or the CGI, but Shadowhunters, it's obviously not better than Game of Thrones. So it's understandable Game of Thrones won that one, but fair play, Shadowhunters. You had a more satisfying ending. Then we had Banshee versus Prison Break. Prison Break's just 10 times more popular than Banshee. I do disagree with this one slightly, but I'm also not upset about Prison Break winning. I think the problem with Prison Break is it just peaks in season 1. Banshee, every season is really solid. I don't think any of the seasons of Banshee, though, are as strong as the first season of Prison Break. Definitely not. But I think Banshee is definitely more consistent. So I'm not too mad because Prison Break still does have that first season. It's like, without the first season of Prison Break, it's not this amazing show that people remember it for. But because of that first season, that is 24, or was it 22 or 24 episodes of pure gold. Every single episode of that season is not amazing, but they are great. They're either really great or amazing. So I'm not too upset about that one. Prison Break can have that over Banshee, even though I do prefer Banshee. Lost versus Gossip Girl. I was about to just stop the guys when I say that Gossip Girl was winning by 51% and Lost was 49% up until the last hour. Literally the last hour. Then it was 50-50, and then Lost, I think, won by 2 votes. It was 2 votes, which is still way too close. This should have been like the Banshee versus Prison Break, where it was winning by 82%. But oh, thank God, thank God. Yeah, Gossip Girl, not even close to being on the level of Lost. If you've been on this channel for a while, you know how much I love Lost. I mean, spoiler alert for the TV tier list. It's my favourite show of all time. So to see it almost losing the first hurdle to Gossip Girl, guys, please, you're doing this on purpose, I swear at this point. No one said they're doing it on purpose, but that's my feeling. So, but Lost won with 51%, thank the Lord. Then we had The Punisher versus Rain. This is one of those that I wouldn't have minded either way. I would probably agree with The Punisher, though, being better. I think Rain was a lot of fun, but they were not the company behind it were not happy about me doing reactions. Like I've said, it's the only show where they've literally called my phone, found my number somehow, and called me to tell me to stop doing reactions. They didn't say it quite like that, but they were like, can you... Well, no, they pretty much did say that, because then they just kept blocking Rain reactions as well. And they didn't tell me... I can't remember if they told me to take down the reactions or just stop. I think it was like stop, though. That was baffling to me that they actually tried to call me for that, or did call me. They didn't try to, they did call me. So I'll give it, because of that. Yeah, Punisher can have it. That's fine. I do miss Rain, though. I would have finished that entire show because it was only 4 seasons and I was having so much fun with it. But after that call, I was like, you know what, I'd rather not risk the channel just being destroyed because of this one salty company. So rip. Haunting of Hill House versus Daredevil. I know it says 50-50 here, but I mean, I could screenshot it and show you, but I'm not going to. Just got to take my word for it. Haunting of Hill House won by 1 vote. 1 vote. I'm pretty sure it was one of them that won by 1 vote. Let me triple check that. But yeah, I don't. If it is Haunting of Hill House, then I don't have a problem with that. I think Daredevil is solid, but I think Haunting of Hill House is just more compact. It's only 10 episodes, obviously, compared to... can you even check? I don't think you can check. No, I can't check. Well, you can have to take my word for it. It was Haunting of Hill House by 1 vote. And, yeah, I agree with that one. But I would have been fine with Daredevil as well, because I'm surprised by how much I actually really enjoyed Daredevil. Apart from Foggy, that character was crap. True Detective versus Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf winning... What did I say about drugs? What did I say about it? You just... I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see this. I'm trying to visualize how this has happened. Because in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, True Detective, if you're looking at it as a whole, it does have seasons 2 and 3, which I've not watched, so I can't really say I have an opinion on them. I've heard them not great. But season 1 of True Detective is one of the best pieces of television ever. Ever. And then you have Teen Wolf. Well, don't get me wrong, there's some great, genuinely great moments in Teen Wolf, for sure, especially in Season 3 and Season 2. But Seasons 4, 5, and 6 exist as Teen Wolf, and I had fun with those as well, but they are flawed. Especially, I seem to remember it was Season 5. So I can't even be like, oh, yeah, okay, True Detective Seasons 2 and 3 kind of suck, I guess, because Teen Wolf Seasons 4, 5, and 6 kind of suck. So... yeah, I'm absolutely obviously giving this to True Detective because I'm not delusional. But, yep, Teen Wolf won with 56%. That's saddening. Mad Men versus Steins Gate. Steins Gate's an anime, so obviously it lost. Do I agree? Yeah, probably. I really enjoyed Steins Gate. The first time I watched it, I was really not into it, but the second time, got it a lot more. And I'd actually rewatched Steins Gate. Mad Men I've never finished. I got to season 4. But I'd say they're pretty even for me in my, going off memory. But I'm fine with Mad Men. But yeah, Steins Gate's an anime, so obviously it lost. Then we had Scam versus Love. Scam winning with 76%, Love with 24%. I knew Love was going to lose this one. Love's so underrated. It's only 3 seasons. Really, really great show. 10 episodes a season, I think like 30 minutes. But even, yeah, Scam is the better show. Scam's amazing. It touches on so many aspects like religion, sexual assault, the LGBT community. What else we got in there? Let's throw in some more things. Childhood trauma. Yeah, we'll throw that in there. What else we got? Oh yeah, mental illness. We'll throw that in there. So yeah, Scam has a bit of everything, and it does it really well. It's not just kind of thrown in there for the sake of it, like Pretty Little Lies Original Sin, which is just trying to throw everything at the wall about apparently. But Scam does it very well, and Love's just a really fun show. I don't think Love's doing anything super exceptional, but yeah, they're just good characters. I mean, a lot of people hate Gus in that show, and I kind of get that, but they're both very flawed characters, and that's what makes it interesting instead of them just both being perfect. So, yep, I'm fine with Scam winning that one. Jessica Jones versus Mindhunter. Mindhunter winning with 52%, Jessica Jones with 48%. I'd agree with this one. Mindhunter being cancelled is absolutely baffling to me. I only watched the first season, but as soon as I heard that the show had been cancelled, I'm like, well, I'm not going to... Why would I bother with the second season knowing that I'm never going to get an ending? So I never bothered with season 2 of Mindhunter. But based off the first season, I might say Jessica Jones, actually. I think Mindhunter's more, well, it's a better made show. But in terms of entertainment, season 2 of Jessica Jones kind of was stinky, but season 1 of Jessica Jones was genuinely really solid. So I'd actually maybe give it to Jessica Jones, but season 2 exists. There's your problem. I didn't even bother with season 3. I think, did Jessica Jones have 3 seasons? I'm not sure. So yeah, I could go either way on that one if I'm being completely honest. Then we have Godless versus Mr. Robot. Personally, I would disagree with this one. I really enjoyed Mr. Robot, but I never finished it. I think sometimes it was a little bit slow. Mr. Robot was very well made, very well acted, but I was never in love with it as much as I thought I should have been, if that makes sense. I always felt like I should have been enjoying Mr. Robot more than I actually did. It is a very well made show though. Maybe I need to give it a shot because, like I said, I'd probably watched this about 5 years ago. I'm saying I need to give another shot to a lot of shows. And to me, Godless is only 7 episodes. I said this is my TV tier list, so I won't repeat myself too much. But incredible tight-knit show that just gets on with it. It's only, like I say, 7 episodes, so no time to be around the bush, and it's only 1 season as well, and I think it does all those things very well. So I would personally give it to Godless, but completely understand why Mr. Robot won on that one. Full Metal Alchemist versus Skins. The wrong image for Skins, by the way. I think that's the American version. So, yeah, sorry about that one, but yeah, Full Metal Alchemist is an anime, so obviously lost. Also, Basista mentioned this, and it kind of got me thinking, Skins is only as good as it is because of the nostalgia factor. When she said that, I was like, I've not rewatched it properly since I was... So I am holding on to my memory I have of the show. So technically, I could say Full Metal Alchemist, but I'm going to go Skins for now because I do have that nostalgia for it. But I will say Full Metal Alchemist is definitely probably the better made show. Definitely, probably. Condescends itself, but yeah, I would have had no issue with either of those, to be honest. Orange is the New Black versus Attack on Titan. Orange is the New Black won because Attack on Titan is indeed an anime. I don't even really like Attack on Titan, to be honest, and even I was surprised by this. Well, not really, because again, it's an anime, but I'd have to say Attack on Titan. I personally prefer Orange is the New Black, but I've seen some of the scenes from Attack on Titan and how much it's loved. I'm like, well, yeah, but it's probably a better made show. And Orange is the New Black just really got on my nerves towards the end. But the first 2 seasons of it were really good, so maybe I'd go Orange is the New Black just because I don't really care for Attack on Titan. And again, I've only seen 2 seasons, so that's probably why. But yeah, Attack on Titan's an anime, so rip. Bates Motel versus House of Cards. Bates Motel with 56%, House of Cards with 44%. Do I agree? Yes. Yes, I do actually. I think, again, House of Cards is the better made show, the better acted show. Well, maybe not the better acted, because Vera Farmiga and Freddie Highmore were... And Nesta. I'd say Bates Motel. It's just more entertaining. It's just so much fun. And it made me cry at the end. House of Cards never made me cry, so it has that going for it. But yeah, Bates Motel, 5 seasons, 10 episodes a season, I believe. And there's a bit of fluff in there for sure, where it's like, it has some storylines in there that aren't the best. But House of Cards, 3 incredible seasons, then 2 mediocre ones. I'd say Bates Motel is just very consistent all the way through. So I'd give it to Bates Motel, so I agree with that one. The Night of versus the OA. 2 very underrated shows, I'd say. I think the OA is a bit more well known, so that's probably why it won. But The Night Of, I'd probably give it to. I really enjoyed The Night Of. It's a limited series, so only, from what I remember, it's like 8 episodes or something. It's got Riz Ahmed in it, about a guy who committed a murder, but didn't. He wakes up and like this woman next to him is just dead, and it's him kind of trying to avoid going to prison for that. So it's a very good story. I do recommend it. And the OA. I never got to the second season of the OA, but that is a very good show as well. So I'm fine with the OA winning that one, but I would personally probably give it to The Night Of. Then we have Scream Queens versus Paris. Okay, that just pisses me off. I just looked at what Scream Queens is against. I get Parasite is a anime, but my lord, it is one of my favorite animes. So, and it's not even that it like lost to Lost or something. It lost to Scream Queens. Out of principle, surely you have to look at that and go, you know what? I've not even seen Parasite, but I'm gonna vote for it anyway. Because oh my god, don't get me wrong, Scream Queens made me chuckle at times because of this one character. His name, I think his name was literally Chad. He was great, and there were some funny moments in the show for sure, but season 2 stunk of arse, I swear. So yeah, Parasite, you lot have had your drug moment on that one. I was surprised by this one, the Inbetweeners versus Vikings. The Inbetweeners winning with 56%. I assumed, and because it was against Vikings as well, that the Inbetweeners would get destroyed. Obviously, I agree with this. I really enjoy Vikings, but the Inbetweeners I rewatched 2 years ago, and it still holds up. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's one of like maybe 4 or 5 shows that genuinely make me laugh out loud. And that is a comedy. Obviously, I laugh at like One Tree Hill when it's trying to be funny, but it's not a comedy. So in terms of actual comedies, I'd say it's like 1 of 5. Maybe like Friends, The Office, The Inbetweeners, and then maybe there's got to be something else in there. Probably, I don't know. But yeah, I'm surprised by this, and I'm happy about that one. So good job, Inbetweeners. I'm surprised, but I'm happy about that one. Right, Narcos versus Peep Show. Yeah, that Peep Show does make me laugh a lot, but I think Peep Show has a lot of kind of episodes as well. Like the Inbetweeners, all bangers. Every episode is a banger. Peep Show, I'd say it's kind of like 60-40. 60% really funny, 40% kind of stings. So I'm not too mad about Narcos winning that one. I would agree, actually. I'd give it to Narcos because we're not talking about the other seasons that came out. Narcos is primarily the first 2 seasons. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed that show. And Peep Show, when it's great, it's great. That scene with the turkey, or when they're hiding from the wedding, or when they're on the bus, and it's some amazing scenes in that show. But I think Narcos is just a bit more consistent. So Preacher versus Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann's an anime, so it lost. I would completely Preacher 69%, Gurren Lagann 31%. I disagree with this for sure. Preacher was good, but I think it was more like in the moment. I never really think of Preacher unless I see it like here. I'm like, oh yeah, I reacted to Preacher for all 10 episodes of the first season. And is that show done? Let me just check. I'm pretty sure Preacher got cancelled, or did it actually wrap up? Yeah, I gave it a 7 out of 10 for... Okay, so the last episode was 2019. It was called End of the World. So I'm assuming it actually was able to finish, which is good. But looking at the ratings here, it looks like season 4 was kind of stinky. But season 1 I remember being really good. So I disagree with this one, but it makes sense. Gurren Lagann's just on another level, so good. Right, here we just forced 2 anime, so you had to pick an anime to get through. Hunter x Hunter versus Black Lagoon. I'd agree with this. I love Black Lagoon. I was this close to getting a tattoo of Revi yesterday, but I didn't. It was I got Tiger and Pito from Hunter x Hunter, actually. So I mean, there we go. But yeah, I agree with this one. Hunter x Hunter is my second favorite anime of all time. So, but Black Lagoon is a lot of fun. Black Lagoon's for me, I always say, it's like if 24 was an anime. I don't know why, it just kind of is. So, and you know how I feel about 24. So good job on that one. I mean, not really. You're kind of forced to pick an anime. I'm sure if Hunter x Hunter was against Heroes would have won. Like here, Heroes versus Kami Got Kill. Heroes with 81%. I don't mind that, to be fair. I think Heroes Season 1 is great. Kami Got Kill is consistently decent, with some really great moments in there. I didn't mind it when I found out that Kami Got Kill was kind of hated on in the anime world. I was like, oh, okay, but I enjoyed it. And the ending I thought was actually surprisingly good with that show. So, yeah, no issues with that one. Arrow versus Your Lie in April. Your Lie in April is an anime, and I disagree with this one completely. I've been told that Your Lie in April kind of stinks on rewatch, but I enjoyed it. It was back in 2017, so yeah, I disagree with that one. True Blood versus Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill's an anime, so obviously it lost. We've kind of got a theme going on here. So round 2, there's going to be one anime, I think, which is sad. It's just sad. But I tried to make it a lot of genres and inclusive, but that failed. That failed miserably. True Blood. I mean, to be fair, I would actually agree with this. There's a lot of ones where anime being kicked out, and I'm like, yeah, I actually agree. Kill la Kill's good, but True Blood seasons 1, 2, and 3 are great. So season 4 onwards stinks. I've never been able to finish True Blood because I get to season 4 or 5 every time. I think I've got season 5 twice and season 4 twice, and each time I've just had to stop because I'm like, this stinks. So there is that about True Blood, but seasons 1, 2, and 3 are really good. How to Get Away with Murder versus One Punch Man. Take a guess. Because One Punch Man's an anime, so How to Get Away with Murder won with 82%. And again, I agree with this. I'd never got the hype with One Punch Man. It's like Rick from Blind Wave. I actually completely agree with him, where I'm like, I don't get it. He's fine. It has some really okay moments, I guess, but I remember when this came out, it was like the rage. It was like the new Attack on Titan, where everyone was just talking about it, and I watched it. I was like, yeah, it was fine. So I agree with that one. The Flash versus Archer. The Flash won, but only just. I disagree with this. Flash stinks. No, the Flash season 1 was okay. Season 2 onwards, I think I got to the end of season 2, and I was like, yeah, I'm alright. I gave it a chance because I really enjoyed Arrow at the time, and then I was just kind of like, I'm done with this whole DC CW, because then Supergirl was coming out, and now they've got like Legends of Tomorrow and Batgirl and 50,000 other shows. I'm like, I'm good, thanks. Modern Family versus Hannibal. Modern Family winning with 70%. I thought this could go either way, and I wouldn't have minded either. I probably agree. Modern Family actually does make me laugh out loud at times, so that might be my 4th one. Hannibal, like I said in my TV tier list, though, it's been almost 10 years since I watched that show. Modern Family I watched not too long ago, so and I only watched seasons 1, 2, and 3, I think, of Modern Family, and it was actually really good. So I would have had no issue either way. So Modern Family, yeah, that's okay. The Sopranos, this was close. Sopranos almost losing to Misfits. Jeez, imagine 55% versus 45%. The Sopranos did win though, thankfully. Yeah, I remember, again, it's almost been 10 years since I watched the Sopranos, but I remember watching it at the time and being enamoured by it. So I can imagine if I was to watch the Sopranos now, I'd enjoy it way more than I did from my memory of it. But like I said, I was 10 years ago. I was like 15, 16, watching it, going like, oh yeah, cool, Tony Soprano seems cool. It was just like, okay, I don't think I really got the ins and outs of it. So, but yeah, Sopranos is obviously better than Misfits. Misfits seasons 1 and 2 are really good though. But I remember season 3, and then I stopped at season 4, and they stunk. The IT Crowd versus the Mighty Boosh. The Mighty Boosh got destroyed. I would... Oh, they're both very similar. They're both... This is actually one of the few that I'm like, oh, they're both actually so similar that it's hard. The Mighty Boosh is definitely one of those shows that I look at, though, and go, it is not for everyone. Watch the Milky Joe episode, though. It's in like 20 minutes or something. Watch the Milky Joe episode. It's so good. That's like the episode I always tell people to watch if they want to give the Mighty Boosh a shot. Just watch the Milky Joe episode. It's amazing. So I would say the IT Crowd's more consistently funny, but it does have a laughing track. And unlike Friends, the laughing track really sticks out in the IT Crowd. I don't know why. I'm going to say the Mighty Boosh. But I do really enjoy the IT Crowd. But I'm going to say the Mighty Boosh. I prefer that. And I have better memories of the Mighty Boosh as well. Coming towards the end now, we have Doctor Who versus Naruto. Naruto lost, which is... No. Naruto pisses all over Doctor Who. I don't get the hype with Doctor Who, but... Yeah, I remember trying to watch some scenes of the like Matt Smith Doctor Who, and I was like, this is hysterical. Like, how bad it is. No offense. That's me. I know a lot of people love Doctor Who, and that's fine. I really enjoyed Chris Eccleston and David Tennant, and then I did some Matt Smith, and I've jumped in and out of some scenes with what's his name, Capaldi. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Naruto's got a lot of shit in it as well, don't get me wrong, but and then we had the final 1v1, which is The Witcher versus Angel Beats. Obviously The Witcher won with 81% versus 19. I disagree with this one, but I don't really have an issue with it. So saying that, I don't really have an issue with many of these. I think the biggest one is obviously Avatar The Last Airbender getting kicked out. That is hysterical to me that you guys let that happen. That's fine. And then I'd say True Detective losing to Teen Wolf is just funny. And then Parasite versus Scream Queens. But then I've got to give you your dues as well. I will say letting the Sopranos win, thank fuck for that. The Inbetweeners winning was a surprise. So thank the Lordeth for that. Bates Motel I'm happy about. Some I'm like I'm happy about, but it's just so obvious, and I'm like, oh, thank you for letting Lost win, even though it's like so close. So that's a 50-50 with how I'm feeling on that one. So yeah, there's a couple in there that I'm baffled by, but for the most part, not as egregious as the last part we did. There was some choices you lot made in that I'm like, okay, well, I mean, do you, I guess. But here there's like 2 or 3. And then every single anime minus 1, but only because you were forced to, got kicked out. That's kind of funny, but it's also kind of sad. But again, I get it. I've reacted to, what, 2 animes? Death Note and Toradora. I think that's right. Toradora did well. Some of my most viewed videos is still Toradora, which I love that it's that. But yeah, there we go, guys. You lot were on drugs, but not as many drugs as you were in the last part. So if you do want to join in on round 2, that'll be linked down below. Make things right. Do well. Do better. You've improved, but still some work to be done. We'll say that. But yeah, good job, guys. I'm not crying myself to sleep on this one, we'll put it that way. And I'll see you next time for part 3. I'm going to wait till round 2's done in its entirety, and then I'll go through all of those. It'll be a bit not too long because we've had a lot of shows to get through here, but it's going to be shortened down by half now. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Peace.